This video is going to demonstrate how to do some custom report designer within the tournament pairing program. This can be done within any tournament in your system, so just open up a tournament and go under the reports menu and click on report menu. Now you notice when you first open it up that you have various different folders, and some folders have a hierarchy if you clicked on them where there'd be more subfolders within there. The way you want to think about these folders is what information is contained within each folder. They're pretty straightforward. Players folder contains player information, teams contain team information, and so forth. Pairings information might be a little bit confusing because contained within there is cart signs, but just think that cart signs require pairings information to be done in order to print them, so that's why cart signs is within the pairings folder. We've also tried to do our own custom scoreboard and report designs and send them down for your availability. So to get those, you can go under reports and click on import from Gen Server, and we encourage you to periodically check there for some custom reports that we designed that we think would be beneficial for your club. Now you'll notice on cart signs there's two logos that are defaulted to the top left and to the top right, and for the majority of reports in the tournament pairing program, these are defaulted to the top left and right, and they are logos 1 and 2. And how to set those logos, you click on this logos button down in the bottom of your screen, and you'll see you have up to 4 logos you can set. So to set logo 1, you're going to click on that logo, click on set logo, and browse your computer for the logo which you wish to set. And click on open. And you want to make it transparent because that will help get rid of any background information that you have, background image that you have with that logo. And click on OK. Now when we run that report, you can see logo 1 is in the top left, and actually logo 2 is the same, so it's in there as well. Now I'm going to show you in this example how to customize a scoreboard. So under the scoreboards folder, we have 4 options depending on what type of event you're running. Player, a player flighted, a team, and a team flighted. We're going to start with a player flighted scoreboard and look at the scoreboards, player flighted, 18 hole, 5 per page, legal. And I'm going to run this report to show you what it's going to look like before we edit it. And you can see here that the report just lists the players alphabetically by name, not in flight order, with no page breaks. So this would be more for if you want an alphabetical scoreboard, but a lot of clubs would like their scoreboards to be organized by flight, which I'll show later on. What we're going to do to edit this report is click on Design, use this report as a template, and what I'm going to do is 18 hole, 5 per page, 3 boxes with course handicap sorted by flight. Now when you open up the editor, you'll see on the left hand side of your screen is the area in which you're going to be able to design the scoreboard, and on the right hand side when you click on something it's going to tell you the attributes about that. So for instance, when we click on this where it says DB flight name, that's saying that's the data field for flight name. Here's the size, the colors of that data field. Now at the top of the designer window, you'll see when we click on multiple data fields, these are your alignment tools. And I encourage you to go through that when you're trying to align multiple data fields. This will help you make them look aligned, same size, and really help you make a sharp looking report. So the first thing I'm going to do to this scoreboard is change this database flight name to course handicap. So I'm going to look through all my listing of different data fields that I can add to this scoreboard, and I'm going to choose course handicap range. And now, since I don't have flight name on this report here, I'm going to add the data field at the top of the report, draw a box for it, and I'm going to choose flight name. Now that's a little bit too big. You can see it's not appearing in there, so I'm going to change this font size. And maybe even increase the space here. Move this over. And you can see when you put your mouse over different areas of a box how the mouse changes, and you can see that that lets you increase and change the size of the box. And all I'm doing now is clicking and moving it over. And now on the top of each page will be the flight name. Now in order to sort reports, you're going to use what's called headers. And you can see here that the header is undefined, so what it would use, and what we saw in the preview when I first opened the report, is it was sorting it by last name and first name, which is under the details. So I want it sorted by flight name. So under header undefined, I'm going to choose the data field, flight name. Now you could choose anything to sort these by, any of those data fields. And what we're going to do now to make it page break after each flight name is go down to the footer, and we're going to say page break after group. And I'll show you what that's going to do is after each of my flights, it's going to start a new page. I'm going to draw 2 extra boxes here. So I'm going to move over the course handicap and the last name first name boxes to make room for some more boxes here. And now you'll see that these are actually lines here, so I'm going to delete this line and I'm going to draw a box, or a shape rather. And just click and drag and let go. And right here you can make the line width a little bit bigger and bolder. And to make it match the other lines, I'm going to make it size 5. So there's a box. And now since I like that box, I can actually copy it and paste it. And just using my arrows on my keyboard, move it over, and now I have 3 boxes. Now we're going to preview this report to see what it looks like. And now what you see here is I have a nice 3-box report. Here's flight 1 in alphabetical order, or rather not in alphabetical order. Flight 2, Flight 3, Flight 4, and there's the alphabetical order, and Flight 5 and 6. And just to show you how we can change that, under header, we could go ahead and go to course handicap and preview it. And now this is going to break on course handicap, which is not a very practical method, but you can see now it's sorting the players by course handicap. So headers are ways that you guys can go ahead and have information listed and sorted by any data field.